stocks, right?
Business.
I think the
Stocks,
stocks,
bonds.
like the computer science, like all that jazz, right? Like passwords, right? You'd buy passwords, right? I buy passwords, you buy passwords.
Do we buy passwords?
We buy passwords.
Buy
We
passwords.
We buy passwords.
Yo.
God. Friend, come here, man.
Who are you?
Come on, we gotta talk. Come here. Listen, I got this huge deal for you. All right, a free giveaway that I want you to sign up for.
Okay, okay.
There's only one thing. Right? You just gotta sign in. Like, just use a username and password that you always use for every website. Just sign in.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll be right back. I just need to process this. I'll just be right back. All right. Buddy, I'm back.
Oh, hello.
Dude, worked like a charm. There's only one more thing. Give me the cookies.
What is it? Why?
Give me the cookies.
But why?
Give me the cookies.
But why?
You will give me the cookies.
But what?
Give me the cookies.
Why?
Accept cookies.
Why?
Accept the cookie.
Alejandro, when you visit a website, it will ask you to accept cookies, meaning it will send small pieces of text to your web browser to allow your computer to remember information about your visit to the site, which makes the site more useful to you by targeting and personalizing it, and makes it easier for you to access again. Cookies allow websites to track visits and activities. Cookies can be good because in online shopping, everything stays in your cart when you refresh to continue shopping, keeps track of usernames and passwords, cannot transfer viruses to your computer, but cookies can also be bad. Third-party cookies makes it easier for these third parties to see what you are doing online, which can raise security and privacy concerns.
Really? All of this happens just when I accept cookies?
That's not all. Online advertising caters to the user's personal traits, interests, and preferences. Advertisers get the information they need by tracking your online activity. They keep track of the information they gathered from monitoring your activity by using cookies. While cookies are the main way of gaining that information, there are also other commonly used methods, including checking search engine history and using personal information from social media platforms. The information can be tracked and relayed across different devices, like your smartphone to your laptop, by analyzing location, browsing habits, and web activity. Companies claim not to keep this information, but there is no way of really knowing.
Man, I don't want all this stuff to happen to me. I don't want my personal information to be on the internet.
Well, Alejandro, that is why the right to be forgotten exists.
The right to be forgotten?
Yes, the right to be forgotten. The right to be forgotten is the right to have private information about a person be removed from internet searches and other directories under some circumstances.
Thank goodness the right to be forgotten exists. I don't want my personal information to stay on the internet. What other laws exist that protect my online presence?
Well, some other laws include the Fair and Accurate Credit Transactions Act, which requires financial institutions and creditors to maintain written identity theft prevention program. Then there's the Federal Trade Commission Act, which regulates unfair or deceptive commercial practices.
Don't forget about the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act that makes unlawful certain computer-related activities involving the unauthorized access of a computer to obtain certain information, defraud, or obtain anything of value, transmit harmful items, or traffic in computer passwords. And the Controlling the Assault of Non-Solicited Pornography and Marketing Act, which governs sending unsolicited commercial emails and prohibits misleading header information and deceptive subject lines. It also requires senders to disclose certain information, include a valid opt-out mechanism, and it creates civil and criminal penalties for violations.
Well, thank goodness all these laws exist, but even with all these laws, people can still be susceptible to unethical business practices online. It's not very respectful of persons for these businesses to track my information and keep it in storage and possibly sell it. The right to be forgotten sure does respect people, and all these laws sure show justice against most of these corrupt businesses, and it does maximize benefit and minimize harm.
Yes, Alejandro.
Do you get it now, Alejandro?
Yes, I do. Wait, my information. I just gave it to this man. I need to get that information back.
It's too late, Alejandro. Your information has already been sold.
This video is sponsored by NordVPN. I just want to make it clear, this video is not sponsored by NordVPN.
Staying safe online is an ever-growing difficulty, and you could be exploited by hackers. NordVPN allows you to change your IP address, making you harder to track, securing your privacy. Check out the link in the description to get 20% off for the first 2 months, and thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring this video.
No, I should have used NordVPN.